You wake up on frozen ground. No coat, no fire, nothing but a thin animal hide between you and death. A countdown is already ticking in your head. 7 days until the great herd migrates south, and takes your only path to safety with it. Welcome to the Ice Age 20,000 years ago. The world is 6 degrees colder, and that is enough to bury half the planet under ice a mile thick. This is the last glacial maximum. Sea levels have dropped 400 feet, and whole new lands of frozen grass stretch to the horizon. To understand this world, forget everything green. Picture a vast, cold grassland the size of a continent, ruled by giants. Your first enemy is not a beast. It is the air itself. Out here, the cold can kill you in under an hour. Your body pours its heat into the wind. Fingers go numb, thought goes slow. This is how the cold wins, quietly. Every choice you make now is a gamble with your own life. Rest too long and you freeze. Move too fast and you starve. So you fight back the only way you can. You strip dry bark. You gather brittle moss. You spin a stick until it begins to smoke. And with every hour, the fire must be fed. Let it die in this cold, and you will not see another dawn. And when the first ember catches, that is not comfort. In this world, fire is life. Fire is everything. By the second day, hunger arrives. The grass is buried, so the giants must roam to find it. Woolly mammoths. 10 tons of muscle, hide, and curved ivory tusk. You cannot fight one and live. But early humans never hunted with strength. They hunted with the mind. First they read the tracks. The wind, the weakest animal in the herd. Patience was the sharpest weapon they owned. They drove mammoths toward cliffs, a single clever trap that could feed an entire tribe for a month. Nothing was wasted. Meat to eat, hide to wear, bone and tusk to build the very shelters they slept in. By day 3, thirst becomes its own enemy. Everything around you is frozen solid. And eating snow to drink is a deadly mistake. It steals your core heat and feeds the cold already hunting you. So you melt it, slowly, over the same fire you fought so hard to keep alive. Every drop is earned. In a frozen world, water is not free. It must be thawed, one careful handful at a time. You learn to read the land like a map. Which slopes hide shelter? Which ridges hide death waiting on the wind? Night falls on day 4, and the darkness has eyes. Cave lions, dire wolves, a short-faced bear that stands 12 feet tall on its hind legs. These were apex hunters built for this world, faster, stronger, and hungrier than anything you could ever be. Sleep is its own danger. Close your eyes too deeply in this cold, and you may simply never open them again. Here, you are not the hunter. You are the prey, so you climb, you hide, and you pray the fire holds. On day 5, a small cut on your hand turns hot, and red, and angry. In this age, an infection like this killed more people than any predator ever did. The smallest wound could end you. There are no antibiotics here. No medicine. Only the plants your ancestors learned to trust. Willow bark, the ancient root of aspirin. Knowledge itself, passed down in stories, is the only pharmacy you have. This is the real secret of your kind. Not claws, not fangs, but memory, carried from one generation to the next. Then, on day 6, the sky turns white. A blizzard. Winds strong enough to freeze bare skin in minutes. To stay above ground now is to die. There is no fighting a storm this size. You cannot outrun it, you can only outsmart it. So you dig into the snow itself. Because packed snow traps your heat. A shelter of ice can be 20 degrees warmer inside than the killing cold without. Inside, you wait, you breathe slow, you let the storm scream itself hoarse above your buried, glowing little room. Dawn breaks on the 7th day, and the ground begins to tremble. The herd is moving. Your path south, opening for one last, fleeting moment. Miss this window, and the ice closes again for a year you will not survive. It is now, or never. So you run, frozen, starving, scarred, but alive. You keep the giants in sight. Where the mammoths break the snow, a path opens for you too. Because survival in the Ice Age was never about being the strongest. It was about being the smartest. And that is why, out of every creature in this frozen world, your descendants are the ones still here. The great beasts around you, the mammoth, the cave lion, the giant bear, every one of them would vanish. But not you. Then, you blink. Warm light, a heated room. It was only a story. The story written in your own DNA. The cold, the hunger, the fear, somewhere deep in you, your body still remembers all of it. This was the crucible that shaped us. Every fear, every instinct you carry today was forged in ice exactly like this. Every human alive today descended from those who survived the ice. You already won. You just forgot.